Hey everyone, Jacob here. Um, just like all of you, I went to Record Store Day yesterday as well, and I'm just going to show you what I picked up. I think I ended up buying a total of 16 records, 12 of which were Record Store Day releases, and then 4 that were not. And I'm gonna try and do this swiftly. Because I don't want to bore you too much, basically. I'm trying something different with the angle here today, so you might see a little more of my fat ass body here, but I hope that you're okay with that. Yeah, let's have a look. So before we look at the records, just to tell you shortly of the day I had yesterday, I live a long way away from any store participating in Record Store Day. Well, actually, that's not true because there is a store in a very small nearby town that actually did this year take part in the Record Store Day celebrations, but I was not too confident that he would get many of the records that I wanted, and so I decided to drive to Copenhagen, which is around a 75-minute drive. So I got up at around 4 a.m. Was in my car just I think 4:50, 4:55 or something, and I was at the store at 6:15 yesterday morning, and I was number 4 in line. The 3 people in front of me had gotten there like 15 to 20 minutes earlier. So we had to wait. I had to wait for just around 3 hours in the freezing cold. It was very cold in Denmark. Yesterday it is actually at the moment very cold. We haven't had any significant winter this year, which is weird because last year we had snow for a very long period. This year we've had like next to no snow at all, and we were actually hoping that the spring would, seeing as this is April, that the spring would come now, but it seems that that HBO for some reason have something to do with the weather in Denmark, because Game of Thrones is starting tonight, as you know, or tomorrow morning Danish time, and they're not kidding around with this winter is coming stuff, because winter is here, and it's here in Denmark as well. So it was freezing cold. I just want to give a short shout out to Andrew from Andrew World Record Vinyl. Oh, is that the channel name now? Andrew, I'm sorry. I think it's World Record Vinyl. Who I actually met in the queue. I also met him last year at Record Store Day. He was a bit farther back. This year he was literally right behind me, and I chatted with him and his family and friends. I'm not sure how you are related. Sorry. And catched up on him also in the store when we had selected the records that we wanted to buy, and he's a really cool guy. Go subscribe to his channel. I'm not sure that he does any videos, but maybe if you subscribe to his channel, maybe we can convince him to do some videos. He has great taste in music. He's a great guy, and big shout out to Andrew. So thoughts on Record Store Day? Well, it is what it is. There are a lot of releases that don't really make much sense to me, but it seems that there are buyers for almost every single item, and that's great. So even the titles that don't make sense to you make sense to someone else, and that's great. There were some titles that I had thought about buying. And there are some titles that I actually had in my hand. As I was number 4 in line, I had like unlimited access to everything that the store had. The store Beat only lets in 10 people at a time, 10 to 15 people, and they give those people the chance to go through all the crates before they let in new people, which is awesome. That is the way to do it. I've taken part in Record Store Day and other stores where they just open the door, they just cram in as many people as possible, and it's just chaos. But Beat in Copenhagen, they have everything under control. There's a lot of respect to the people that actually got there, early in the morning and have been standing in line outside in the cold for many hours. There's a lot of respect around that these people need to get there first, and they earn the right to look at the records first. And that is why I will continue to visit Beat in the future for a record store day. But some of the titles that I actually had in my hand that I didn't buy were, for example, the Pearl Jam record. I had it in my hands. And here's the thing about that. I don't get... Pearl Jam were the ambassadors for Record Store Day this year. The store I went to were the only store in Denmark that had the Pearl Jam record. Why the hell would you, choose a band to be the ambassadors of the event and produce a record with this band and then not make it available for as many people around the world as possible? I think Beat had 10 to 15 copies. I had one of them in my hand. I chose to not buy it because it was quite expensive. It was, let me just check my notes here. It was it was just over $40 for a live record with 7 songs, and I just kind of deliberated with myself how much would I end up listening to this record, and I kind of figured that I wouldn't listen to it that much at all. And then I wanted to give a bigger Pearl Jam fan. I like Pearl Jam, but I'm not like a humongous fan. I'm not a completist of Pearl Jam in any way. I don't need to have every single record that they release. So I put it back into the crate, and within seconds someone else picked it up and bought it. I did the same thing with the soundtrack for The Crow. Now I know that some of you did not get that record and you're probably angry with me. I had it in my hands and I looked at the set list. I have the album on CD from back in the day. I'm a big Cure fan, and the song Burn is, I believe, only on this soundtrack here. And I guess also the 9 Inch Nails Dead Souls, the cover of the Joy Division song. I don't know if that's available on anything else, on any other format. But the rest of the soundtrack, and pardon me, that's just how I feel, doesn't really live up to those 2 songs. I mean, I like Stone Temple Pilots, but I like Pantera, I like Helmet, but it just sounds a bit outdated to me. I wanted the Cure song, but at the end I decided to leave it and buy something else. It was relatively okay priced. It was around $40 as well, $35 to $40. So the price was okay, but I decided to not buy it. When I left the store, there were a lot of copies still there, and I think, as far as I can tell, that seems to be the general impression from other stores in Denmark. So I think that record will be available in months to come. So I don't think that I need to rush to jump on this record here. So I decided not to pick that up, and also the Bill Evans live in London. I wanted to get that, but the store had priced it at $73 for a double record. Yeah, I could buy 2 or 3 other records for that money, and that's what I decided to do. Just to give you an impression of the prices here in Denmark for import stuff from the US, the South Park box. I saw a live stream from Matt at Too Many Records, and they were in the queue and they were discussing how ridiculous it was that the South Park box was priced at $70. In the store that I went to, it was priced at $152. And there's been a lot of discussion on some of the Danish vinyl Facebook forums today, and people have been comparing prices, and throughout the different stores in Denmark, the South Park box was priced anywhere from $121, which is apparently the cheapest, $121, to the most expensive one, $288 for the South Park box. Insane. So I decided to leave out all of that, and ended up buying this lot here instead. Main wants as I'm a big Madonna fan, were the True Blue Super Mix with the Obi strip. This is on blue vinyl here. There's really nothing spectacular about this. It's a replica of a Japanese release from 1986 or 87, and I'm a fan and I'm a completist as far as possible on Madonna, and this is a no-brainer for me. It comes with these inserts as well with a lot of Japanese text, which is really cool. It's a no-brainer for me. I will listen to them once, and they will go in the shelf over here where my Madonna stuff is, and then I'll probably never listen to it again. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm a fan, and I need to get every single item of hers that I don't have. Same goes for the La Isla Bonita, which is on red vinyl. No, sorry, this is on green vinyl. Yeah. And looks like this. So I just had to get these. A no-brainer, like I said. These were reasonably priced, 150, 140 krona. What's that? $20 something? Yeah, 25 maybe. Had to get those. And the third major want is the Robin Body Talk. The store had 20 copies of this, and they sold out instantly. So it was a good effort to get there early and secure my copy of this. Robin is the most important pop singer in the past 10-15 years, in my opinion. Even more so than Madonna. I'm sorry, but she is. And this was released originally as 3 EPs, actually. Body Talk 1 and 2 both had 8 songs, and Body Talk 3 had 5 songs. So that's 21 songs total. They did vinyl releases of the individual EPs, and they are ridiculously expensive. They did a compilation of those EPs to an album called Body Talk in 2010 that had 15 songs. So they left out some songs from the EPs. That's like $150, $200 record today. And this reissue here is not a complete replica of the 2010 release. It has an additional song. That's the track list right there. What it does have, however, the whole side D are 4 acoustic songs, and I would have preferred, I love these versions here, and I love Robin, but 3 of the 4 songs are on this album, both in the full-on version with music and everything, and then the acoustic version. So 3 songs are on here twice, and I would have preferred that they had included instead some of the songs that they left out instead of these acoustic versions. I do, however, really love that they included the Swedish acoustic Jag vet inte är grosa, which is just the most beautiful song in the world, almost. In the end, I'm just excited that I got this. Other albums that I had set my mind on buying is the Bob Dylan Blood on the Tracks test pressing. I'm really excited to get this. That one sold out as well in the store while I was there, and I'm really I think Blood on the Tracks is my favorite Dylan album, and I can't wait to listen to these alternate versions of the songs here. I got this Milking the Cow album here. Jeff Buckley in transition. I'm a huge Jeff Buckley fan. Oh, there's my camera. That's my phone. Yeah. So once again, I mean, there's nothing new on here. I think maybe a couple of songs. I mean, these performances are all unreleased. This is his first studio sessions for Columbia Records. But I mean, you know, it has Mojo Pin, it has Hallelujah, it has Je ne connais pas la fin, which he released on the Live at Chennai. Oh yeah, that was French, by the way. It has Last Goodbye in a version called Unforgiven. So yeah, I'm I love Jeff Buckley. They did the Live at Chennai quadruple LP set last year, which was awesome. I also picked up the Pink Floyd Saucer Full of Secrets. Last year, I hadn't really decided to pick up the Piper at the Gates of Dawn. But then when I saw it, I was first in line last year, so I had access to everything. And I saw it and I put it in my pile and I ended up buying it. So to continue that tradition, I bought the Saucer Full of Secrets, a mono reissue. And I've never actually, I have to admit, never actually listened to this album in its entirety. So I'm happy to finally get to that. And I had hoped that they would have done the same cover. This is just black, yeah. I hope that they had done the same cover type as they did last year, which was really, really cool packaging. But this is just a standard sleeve here, so. But excited about that one as well. And I also decided, even though I'm not a huge fan, I decided to jump on the Lou Reed Ecstasy. There's a lot of glare today. Sorry. Hang on a second. So, yeah, still a lot of glare. The light coming through the window is pretty strong today. Yeah, sorry. Lou Reed's Ecstasy. Not a big Lou Reed fan, but this is apparently, I mean, this was his last studio album, I believe, released in 2000. An original copy of this goes for insane amounts of money, and I just kind of felt that it was important to jump on this reissue here. I'm really sorry about the glare, and I did, and I've never listened to this album, so I'll have something new in store, music-wise. So another one that I really wanted, but I actually picked it up when I first saw it, and then I actually put it back into the crate and decided to just not buy it because of the price. This was quite heavily priced for a single album in a standard jacket with a black paper sleeve. But yeah, it's the Fall and the reissue of their 2008 album Imperial Wax Solvent. I'm a big fan of the Fall and Marky Smith. An original copy of this goes for $150 to $200 in that area there, and this was priced at $46 for a normal standard sleeve, black paper inner sleeve. So the record is yellow, which in Denmark, if something is yellow, it means it's cheap. This was definitely not. Very high price, and I'm still annoyed by that. When I had put it back into the crate and given up on this record here, and I left it there for about 45 minutes or something, the store had a Record Store Day playlist on Spotify that they played over the speakers there, and then 2 songs from this album came up over the stereo there, and they were amazing. And I didn't want to cut in line of the new people who were looking through the crates for the first time. I didn't want to interrupt them. Then my friend who works at the store said, "I'll get it for you," and he found it, and I bought it because I'm an ass. But I'm happy about this. I'm not happy about the price. Happy to get this. I mean, it's still like 3 times less than what an original copy would set me back. I would never spend that amount of money on a record, but yeah. This one I decided to jump on. I saw the cover and I know nothing of the band. I knew nothing of the music. This is the band called Power of Zeus, and their album from 1970, their only album I believe, called The Gospel According to Zeus. And this was originally released in 1970, and this is out on Mr. Bongo 2019 Record Store Day reissue. And this is hard rock psych rock, prog rock from 1970, and I picked it out, left the you know, made space for others to get to the crates. Found this on Spotify on my phone and was blown away. This is really, really energetic, psychedelic, hard rock, and I already got the thumbs up from Dan over at Darts and Loops in Canada, who congratulated on and approved of me getting this record here. So I'm really happy about this. And Mr. Bongo always delivers. One of the best labels around for reissues of really obscure stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one. Another one that I had, something that I had looked at was this Fela Kuti and Roy Ayers, Music of Many Colors, originally released in 1980 in Nigeria. This reissue here, also really great music. Check it out on Spotify or YouTube prior to buying this. One track on each side for about 12 to 15 minutes, so it was only like 30 minutes of music here. And considering the price, it was kind of steep, but I love Fela Kuti and don't know much about Roy Ayers, to be honest with you. I wanted to get this, and I did. And then the last item, the last record store day item, one of my friends from the store Beat. By the way, never ever get friends who work at the store, because you know, they write you messages. Oh, what do you want to get? Or okay, that's fine. We'll get all of those. But have you checked this one out? What about this? You need to have this one. Every serious record collector needs to have this one. Yeah. But one of the guys tipped me on this one, and I'm thinking that no one else in my little YouTube world here got this one. This is from Lebanese musician Siad Rahbani. I'm not sure that I'm pronouncing that right. And the album, or 12-inch, called Abu Ali. This is, ladies and gentlemen, 1978 disco funk from Lebanon. Yes, Lebanese disco. And it sounds fucking amazing. Sorry, pardon my French. This is also on yellow vinyl, which is a really cool color. Once again, this was not cheap though, even though it's yellow. But this is so awesome. Steve Carlson, I know that you did not get this. If you have a chance, buy it. You'll love it. Check it out on Spotify. It's on there. So African disco from 1978, Lebanon, Africa. Yeah. Middle East? Oh, damn, my geography skills are leaving me right now. Steve, check this out. It's amazing. By the way, was it this? Yeah, just wanted to show you the record if you have not seen it for this Fela Kuti here. Says on the sticker here, exclusive rainbow Starburst vinyl. Check this out. Doesn't that look amazing? And I was a bit worried that the sound might be awful, but according to the comments on Discogs, the sound should be really great. So those are the record store day items that I picked up. So no Pearl Jam, no The Crow soundtrack, no Lost in Translation soundtrack. Had that in my hands as well. Decided not to jump on it. I think I have the CD. But I also have four more records to show you, so stick around. So, of course, I could have picked up more record store day releases, but I decided to pick up some other stuff that was released recently. Well, not all of it, but stuff that I really needed. First of all, this won't make any sense to most of you. Danish hip-hop band Benel, I've shown them a couple of times. I needed their first album, which is actually a collection of 3 EPs, I think. This is a double record, just on a plain standard wide sleeve here. Danish electro hip-hop really amazing. The only hip hop band that I would buy, to be honest with you, almost, of newer hip hop. Anyway, chuffed about that one as well. Finally got that. I have a complete album collection now. Then Swedish band Bob Hun have continued their re-releasing of all their old albums, and this is the album called, yeah, look at that handsome gentleman, Sten Åldern kan börja. That's a very heavy Swedish pronunciation of the title. So Sten Åldern kan börja, which is right there, and basically it means the Stone Age may begin or can begin. These photos, by the way, are manipulated. The guys in the band are not pretty, but they've been manipulated on these photos to be even uglier than they are. A great alternative rock band from Sweden. This is from 2001 originally, getting a re-release, reissue, and original goes for 100 and something. This young lady here is Julian Baker. She is one of the most exciting singer-songwriters in music today. She's in the band, and I don't think that I've shown this yet, and that dawned on me right now. I've had my eye on her for some time now. She's in the trio called Boy Genius with Lucy Dacus and Phoebe Bridgers, and this EP they did last year is just amazing. So there's a new reissue of Julian's 2015 album called Sprained Ankle, I think. Is it her debut? I think it is. Just really, really beautiful music. It's hard to genre define, but yeah, check out Julian Baker, singer-songwriter, folky, alternative rock, great lyrics, haunting melodies, beautiful stuff. And speaking of haunting, the last one I want to show you before this goes on way too long. I finally got the Henryk Górecki and the Polish National Radio Symphony Orchestra with Beth Gibbons from Portishead and Krzysztof Penderecki. That word always fails me in English. The guy who is the conductor. This is a recording of Henryk Górecki's Third Symphony, Symphony of Mournful Songs. And this is quite possibly the most hauntingly beautiful piece of classical music ever made. Or, you know what, skip classical. One of the most haunting pieces of music ever composed. And yeah, I'm really lacking words for how beautiful this song is. This packaging also is really beautiful. Opens up, you know, it's a gatefold, but opens up like a book. And then you have a booklet here. Let's see if I can flip some pages with photos from the recording of this this piece here. Yeah, and a lot of text, and then finally the album over here. And this version here includes a DVD of the recording, and it's just so beautiful. This will be high on my album of the year list when the year ends. I know that I've been communicating with Bill at the Vinyl Burst about this record here. Just astoundingly beautiful. That's it, guys. That's my record store day. Wrapped up in a video way too long as always. So I'm really enjoying seeing the videos of what all of you got. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.